So speak life to the deadest, darkest night.
Well, hello there. Today I am in a basement, and do your walls look like this? Um, Person that bought this place got a good deal because a bunch of the walls were looking like this. And as you can see over here, where I am standing, this was actually a swimming pool. Well, no, the house was built over 100 years ago. This was actually a cistern. It's on the edge of a town, and there was no running water back over 100 years ago, and so they had a well pump, and they used rainwater, and that's where the rainwater came in. So kind of interesting here on this old property. You don't see these too often. People tear them down. It did cut a hole in the wall here on this one. And you can see over here there's a hole in the wall. That was part of the swimming pool there. But what we are going to do here is you can see the walls. And what you got to do with this is you basically have to take it apart brick by brick, take it down, and rebuild it. So it's quite a job. Been working on this project for a little while here, and I'll show you some of the other parts of the basement here as I go along and what I did. This is the last part here that needs to be taken care of, and I'll show you some more. Okay, here you can see is part of the wall that I already redid. I actually did what I said before, and that was take the bricks out, or the blocks or stones. This is like old sandstone from a quarry nearby here that I best I can figure. And what I had to do was take them all out and just packed them full of cement and basically rebuilt the wall. You can see this is an area right underneath the stairs. There's the ceiling up there, and there was not much room here. There's about 3 feet of space, so that was fun crawling around in there. You can see over here on this wall too, it's fairly well. Most of the walls look like this, so it wasn't too bad, but this part of the wall was actually crumbling down like the other wall was over there. So that's how you do that. There's other videos out there that'll show you how to pack it in there. I used Type S mortar. I'll get to that a little bit later, all the things that I used here to rebuild these walls. But yeah, it's a lot of hard work, especially if you're stooped over and you got to pull rocks out, pull them in. So it's always great to have a helper help you out with all that. Okay then, moving along in the process here, I've been doing just bits and pieces and parts at a time and working on it a little bit. But here you can see a step beyond the last part of how I finished up the walls more. It's not the greatest in finish. It's still kind of rough. I mean, I suppose you could quit right here. Your basement would be fairly solid, wouldn't look the prettiest, but it'd be adequate, I believe. I'm not a concrete expert, nor do I pretend to be one, but this is part of a wall that's above a main part of the wall. You can see it's more solid in the lower half of the basement, but the upper half was still rather tattered and falling apart again here. I had to just some sections take out the blocks or the bricks or stone and rebuild it there and put everything all back in place. And so that's that part right there. And we'll take you to another part of the basement here and show you more of a finished look on a wall, and you can see the difference there. Okay, this part of the basement, it wasn't all that bad, so I just threw a quick skim coat on it. There were some parts that looked a little bit ratty, where you could see everything. Most of it was finished good. But you can see how smooth I've gotten the walls. I might throw one more quick skim coat on over this, although it does look all right. Plans are to waterproof the basement. So we'll see how it looks and go from there. But yeah, you can see how it's fairly nice texture-wise. There's a little bit of grooves here and there. It basically looks like an old build basement. Like I said, this house is over 100 years old, and it's not perfect. And nor am I asking for perfection. It's mainly for storage down here in the basement. Does get a little wet. We're trying to avoid that situation by waterproofing. The floor is actually bedrock. Basically, the house is built on a rock foundation that was there for thousands or millions of years, however your views are on that part. I'm not going to get into any of that debate, but so yeah, that's what it looks like. You can see here is a sump pump, and actually the sump pump is built right into the bedrock of the floor. Somebody chopped this out, who knows when. Got a pump in there, and that's actually a furnace drain water into there, and it gets pumped out of the house there. So yeah, this house is rather unique. At first I was wondering, what's wrong with this floor here? And I'm like, oh, it's actually the bedrock. It's a foundation here. So it's great for one thing, but the problem is these basements do tend to leak because of all the pressure outside. I don't know if there's drain tiles outside. Maybe a problem that needs to be addressed in the future. We don't know yet. But we're just going from here, see how this resolves the problem. Apparently there was a lot of water coming in. You can see why with the walls the way they were before. So that's the finished project. You can go from there, smooth it out. There's different textures. You can put swirls in there. You can put smooth finish. It depends how much time, how much money, if you're having a contractor do it. So that's what's going on here. I will show you here in a few minutes when I get there to all the stuff that I used. Okay, well, in this part of the basement, I have a wall that was fairly smooth and finished, but there's some issues, some problems with this. You can see here that the concrete that they put over the wall is kind of crumbling and peeling away, breaking away. This is how some of the walls looked before, and just show you something what I did to fix this here. Sometimes you have to make a little extra work to fix something, and basically I just stuck my trusty hammer, and what you do is just gently tap and get that all the way there. And you want to get it away, clean that all up really good. You can hear there, that sounds pretty solid. And if you notice the sound difference here, this is fairly hollow right here. And you can see it just crumbles here. Here, it's really solid. You can really hammer on it, nothing happens. So that's another little trick. If you go around your basement and your walls, and if they sound hollow like that, you'll know you have to fix them, and then you can skim coat them and do like the other parts I showed you. Okay then, you're probably wondering, why is there a cement mixer in the basement? Actually, we put it together down here. To get it out, I don't know, we might have to take it apart in a couple of pieces. It saves a lot of time and hassle. It's just it's a smaller cement mixer we bought at Harbor Freight, a couple $100, and it saves a lot of backbreaking work. Otherwise, you can use these pans here, mixing pans. If you don't have a whole lot, it's a lot of hard work, backbreaking work, and my helper didn't appreciate that, so she suggested the cement mixer. I'm like, okay, we'll do that. Like I said, I used Type S mortar mix. From what I researched and what I've heard others say that are professionals at this, they said the Type S mortar mix is the best It costs about twice as much as the other one, so I've been paying about $7-8 a bag for it. You can get cheaper stuff for about $4 or $5, but this offers waterproofing, it's more durable, and I just want to do the job once, do it right. And another thing you want to do is have a sprayer. It's a garden type sprayer used for water. You want to make sure walls are wet, and that way the mortar sticks a lot better. This is just a 2-gallon sprayer here. It works great. And another thing that's critical too is you want to have a bonding agent and concrete bonding additive. This stuff, again, it helps everything stick to existing concrete. I recommend it. It's a little expensive. You're better off buying it in larger quantities usually. You get a better deal on it. So yeah, this is another thing that most of the professionals recommend. A lot of them say, well, if you use Type S or you use all this different types of mixtures of stuff that they put together themselves and make their own mortar mix, that you don't need it. I'd rather err on the side of caution and just do the job right, like I said. So that's that. As far as tools, not much going on. I do have a hammer that I use if I need to chip something or get something to fit. It works. But as far as trowels, I just got this. I got a whole set of trowels, but I've just been using this one. It works just fine. It's your basic type of trowel. And then to get the mortar in there, so you use the trowel, and then you can use this as the basic float. Makes the walls nice and smooth, and gets everything in there. So I use them both in conjunction depending what I'm doing. I'll use this, put the mortar on here, and scoop it off with the other one to fill in the cracks. And then when I'm done filling in the cracks, I'll put the mortar on the other one and then scoop it off and slide it on and smooth it up the walls and get it nice and finished. For texturing, I've seen all kinds of things, like a stiff brush and other things. So you want to have plenty of water. I do use the water out of the little well there on the other side. Or if not, then you just get some regular plain old tap water. So that's what's going on there, and that's what I've used. So hopefully this helps. If you have any tips or suggestions or comments, leave them below. Like, subscribe. I'm just kind of going along on the little projects I have here and there, and hopefully it helps somebody out. That's kind of my goal in life here, to help others out with this channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.